3.0. It dropped yesterday. It's got the Bears taking, shocker, Caleb Williams, the Commanders selecting Jaden Daniels, and then J.J. McCarthy heading to the Patriots, 3rd overall. Marvin Harrison Jr. and Joe Alt round out the top 5. Both the Giants and Jets add big offensive weapons. So, guys, what stands out in the top 10 of Bucky's mock 3.0, Jason?
So I just got into the media a year ago. So I'm only one draft in of sitting at this seat and analyzing and going through it. And I'm kind of spoiled. I look at Bucky Brooks' draft, and the one thing, the 10 teams that he has up there, that is the stock order that they come in. You go and purchase something, and it's just regular. That's what it is right there.
You're right.
No trades, no anything. I look at last year, in March, we see the Bears trade the #1 pick, and I'm like, oh, my God, the Bears are now, what's going on? The Panthers are they're going to get Bryce Young, and then so many different things happen. Before the draft, the Jets, they go out there and they get Aaron Rodgers, and then them and the Packers, they flop first-round picks, and then you know what? The draft begins. Houston, they draft C.J. Stroud at #2. We're like, all right, they got Stroud, all the speculation. They trade, and they get the #3 pick, and then they go back, and they get Will Anderson. The Eagles traded to 9. They got Jalen Carter. There was so many different trades in it. A running back was drafted in the 1st round, and Jahmyr Gibbs, and the Lions moved up to get him. So I look at Bucky Brooks' top 10, and I'm like, what? There's no trades. No one's going to move up and get one of these quarterbacks. No one's going to move up and feel like their receiver's going to fall off the board or get one of these offensive tackles. Somebody, I just need that excitement in the 1st round, in those top 10 picks, something we didn't expect.
What do you think? Make a splash. Like, just look at that. And what
well, we saw DJ, Daniel Jeremiah said, all right, he had the Vikings moving all the way up to 4 to get J.J. McCarthy, and the first 4 picks were all quarterbacks. I want to see something. We already heard Monty Ossenfort say for the Arizona Cardinals, hey, that green neon sign, open for business, it is there. Dan Quinn mentioned the Herschel Walker trade. Somebody just trade all your future assets, go up there and get your guy and say, you know what? If it doesn't work, my whole entire family's moving and we're looking for a new job. That's the thing right now. People are moving and moving out from the East Coast to the West Coast and all that. I want to see that happen. I need a trade in the
I got you. New England Patriots trade back with the Vikings.
No, nobody wants to see that. No.
All I'm saying is, did you not see Gerard Mayo said it plenty of times? He said, if they offer the bag, they can have the pick. If they offer, somebody's got the goods. So I'm giving you, we're throwing ideas out there. I'm saying Patriots trade back.
All right, so this is great. So we've talked about this a lot. The Patriots offense last year is unbelievably bad. Got shut out twice at home.
6-zip to it in a game.
To Brandon Staley and Dennis Allen, the 2 coaches that shut them out. That wasn't in the doc. There should need to be a doc about that. But I mean, there's this thought of like, my God, like they got a good defense, and we love Judon especially. Like they got to have a quarterback, right? They got to get one.
But the thing is, if you don't get the right guy, it doesn't matter. And then, like you just said, the offense is so bad. You have so many holes to fix. Like, why just get one person if we could get 3 people that make us better? So it's a thought. And I'm not saying I got background information on it, but it's an idea that the whole time Bill Belichick, all he did was trade back. And it's like, well, finally he's gone. We're getting the #3 pick. I think it would be pretty funny if the Patriots like, we're going to trade back again.
Funny is a good word. But here, let's think about you. Like, so they trade back and they're like, screw it, Jacoby. That's our guy. Every single person in your walk of life, in your career, is going to ask you, Devin, what do you think about what they did? What would be your response if they trade back, get a bunch of picks? Sure, that's great. But they still don't have like a young, promising quarterback. What would you say?
It's all now on the future. The next 2 years, we're going to be what you see. The problem with it is a little bit of everyone keeps talking about next year is not a quarterback-strong draft. But it's interesting to me because even this year, it's like this is a quarterback-strong draft because Caleb Williams and Drake May is all we heard going into the season. And then it was like, oh, no, Jaden Daniels is here. And now all of a sudden this week is J.J. McCarthy. Then like all of these different guys pop up. So I think it would be them. I would say it's them betting on the future rather than saying let's make everybody happy now, even though we don't believe in this guy going forward. So, and that was my reaction. No Drake May in the top 10 shocked me. Like, this was the guy a couple months ago that everyone kept saying could be this great quarterback. Only Caleb Williams is better than him. And now all of a sudden he's at 11?
Yeah, he still might be 2.
Yeah,
he still might end up 2.
And that's what's funny to me, because even last year watching some of this stuff, I'm like, why does so much movement happen? The college season's over. Why does everybody's pick and where they're at? Why does all this stuff keep changing? Are we getting that much from the combine and pro days? But who knows? Sarah, you're right. I think we say all of these things and then Drake May goes second to Washington, and we're like, oh, okay, we did all that talking for no reason, but it keeps us employed.
You know what's funny is I remember being at the Combine a couple weeks ago, and Raheem Morris, sort of a simple question. Someone goes, hey, why is it just so hard to get the quarterback thing right? Like, at the Combine, they do all, like, for months and months, years, you're watching tape on these guys. You're drilling them on questions, on background, on their 40s, on everything. Why is it so hard? And he's like, it's impossible. He's like, you can't get it right. And then he points to the most obvious. He goes, nobody got Tom Brady right. I mean, he's like, it's just the one thing that nobody, so for all the studying, for all the, time and effort and research you put into this, there's no formula that, I mean, teams always say the process. It doesn't pan out the exact same way. And I also feel like because it's talked about ad nauseum, so to your point where you're like, these guys aren't playing another game. Why does it change? Yeah. It's just sort of like you're sitting in this like still space and people continue to talk about it. So it's got to change. So it's too much time. So you can't. So if you have Caleb 1, you have Drake 2. Well, now we're sitting here. It can't be that for the next 30 days or 60, whatever you're doing leading up to the draft. So we're like, well, we got to shift that and shake it up. So when you're like, where's Drake May? I'm like, it'll probably be 2 when all is said and done.
Yeah. The thing that I'm out on, I think I've reached this point. I love the pro days. They're awesome theater. Yeah. Like, it's really fun. It's entertainment. I just love how it's set up, and I love the indoor practice facility. It's just like if you're a football junkie, you love it. But like these guys who make a jump because of their pro day, come on. Like, you're playing catch with receivers you've known for years. There's no rush. There's no defenders. It's like, whoa, incredible. They completed almost all their passes. What do you mean almost all? There were some that weren't completed? They're just playing catch. So, like, I think they're great, and I think you can get up close look at them, and all the mechanics, the arm delivery, footwork, awesome. But, like, so we're looking at this J.J. McCarthy thing. Harbaugh's like, greatest one I've ever seen. Like, so? Like, if that's great that he did well. But if you're like, we had him around 12th on our board in terms of the picks, but after that pro day, I think we're going to wager our whole future on him because he was incredible with his college teammates in 72 degrees with no rush and full I mean, come on, what are we doing? Are you in on that?
I'm with you. I think it stands out more if you go to a pro day and a guy has a ton of incompletions.
If he's bad, sure.
Like, well, what's going on? And I think I've talked to Schrags about this countless times. He talks about Zach Wilson's pro day. He talks about Johnny Manziel's pro day. How he walked away.
Yeah, unbelievable. Rock concert.
Manziel had the shoulder pads on, the helmet. They had the brooms out trying to deflect the passes. But to your point, with all this time, whatever touch point you have that you can talk about a prospect and put some form of an evaluation on him. To your point, the thing about the pro days is you look at the prospects are all doing their thing. But then you look in the background, and there's general managers,
awesome.
There's head coaches, there's this person talking to that person, and you just like to analyze it and pick it apart. Last year at Bryce Young's, we looked at the entire Carolina Panthers organization being there, dapping them up, hugging them, like, oh, this is a match made in heaven. Yeah. The entire staff got fired, and they moved on to Dave Canal. So it's just like, you don't know.
I was talking to Jason Garrett about that. He said, you go to the pro day. He said, when we drafted Tyron Smith, he said, we knew we were taking him. He said, but I'm walking around, I'm looking at other guys, and I'm peeking out of the corner of my eye to see, because everyone's looking at what this guy's looking at. Yeah. What are they going to do? He said, we had the 9th pick. So everyone's wondering, are we going to take him? Are we going to trade back? And he said, like, I'm trying to kind of like peek at the girl that's walking by. Like, I know I'm sitting here with my wife and I can't, and I'm like trying to peek.
Put sunglasses on.
Yeah. Well, all right. So, a little too veteran right there.
No, what you do is say, hey, honey, look over there. Yeah. So she's looking too at the other guy. Jason, quickly. Yeah. Patriots don't take quarterback. They trade back all that. You're going to start you're going to get all these emails. You got to come on the pod. Come on the pod. What's your take if that happens?
Take a quarterback. Please, just take a quarterback. I don't want to see you guys trade back and draft Devin McCourty at the 27th pick. Yes, great
that
Patriot.
Only leads to 3
great
Super Bowls.
Patriot. 13.
Leads? You're a good player.
They need a new podcast on like guys who were really good but think they were amazing because Tom Brady and Belichick. No, nothing against
That's
you.
That's the key to being a Patriot.
Take a quarterback. We want to see a quarterback there. There's this new freshness. There's Gerard Mayo, Elliott Wolf, all of these guys. The defense can be really good. Take a quarterback and let Jacoby starts the season, he's playing. That's amazing, but you have somebody there as well. Jacoby, we know his leadership and what he can do. But
Patriots, you heard it here. A guy who's played on so many winning football teams. He's seen it done at a high level. Jason McCourty gives you his take.
Mm-hmm. But you were talking about building for the future. Like, there's your piece. You're sitting there at 3 now. Like, I mean, I think it's going to be complete chaos if you don't.
Sorry, right? They're gonna take Drake May, and years from now, there's gonna be a documentary where they're like, listen, like, we work for Gerard, but we play for Drake. That's what they're gonna say. That's what we want. Amendola, wherever you are, hell of a quote. And then a little controversial, but hell of a quote.
And then they're going to be like, we're going to get Devin on because he's going to have a really positive take on this. We'd like to hear some positive stuff out of Devin McCourty.